This is 2020 through silent days audio. I remember I was in a dark place, going through so much. And then it comes. 2020, COVID-19. Silence. In 2020, the world went quiet. Streets that used to be full of life stood empty. The hum of traffic, the laughter of children playing, the rhythm of everyday noise, all of it was gone. Smiles disappeared behind masks. Conversations turned into muffled exchanges from 6 feet away. And the noise of everyday life was replaced with silence. At first, I thought it wasn't gonna last long. I thought it would just probably last a couple of weeks. But nobody knew that this would stop the whole world. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, no one's seen this coming. No one's been through anything like this. No one who I've known before me been through something like this, that witnessed anything like this in life, you know, and it was so unreal. And it's caused so much for everybody. A lot of people were scared. Everybody was scared. I was scared. Because if we was uncertain, we don't know what was going on. Then it kept getting worse and worse. Isolation. The routine. Days started blending together. I'd wake up, stare at my phone for an hour, scrolling through the same bad news. On TV, the same bad news. Seeing the numbers rise, seeing the body counts rise. Everything changed. From breakfast that didn't taste like breakfast anymore. Just something to fill time. Normal people probably would make coffee every morning. Instead of mine, I drank hard liquor every day. Not because I wanted to, because I felt like it gave me a reason to. I isolated myself, stood in my garage, day after day after day after day. Stared at the sky at times when I'm outside and wonder how another day could already feel so heavy. The world was fighting an invincible enemy. And I was fighting battles inside of my own. It seemed like the day kept repeating itself. You wake up to the same news. You wake up and nothing getting better. I mean, they just kept, turn on the radio station, that's all you hear about. Turn on the TV, that's all you hear about. In the media outlet, it just kept pushing, scaring everybody, letting everybody know the fear of COVID-19, coronavirus. Some it felt like it was a conspiracy. Some people thought it was, you know, we didn't have no idea, but they made sure we know that this was going on. And it was just crazy, you know, when kids ask what's going on, the kids get sick, older people get sick, and you don't have the answers. You don't know the answers. It was a time, man. Darkness. I felt trapped, not just in my house, but in my head. Dreams I once had felt so far away. Creativity felt pointless when tomorrow wasn't promised. I asked myself, what's the point of writing the script if the world might never see it? There were nights I couldn't sleep, nights I tossed and turned. I remember the news telling us not to touch each other,
not to hug each other, not to breathe near each other. And we in the South. We got family, we got kids, we got loved ones that we care about. And just to have the fear of not getting close to your loved ones because you're thinking that you may have something that you may pass on to them or vice versa. It was really hard, pitiful. I remember how crazy everybody was, buying up all the Lysol, all the hand sanitizer, all the tissue paper. It's everything, all the canned goods, all the bread, all the eggs, all the milk. Just everybody just panicking, grab, because they don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. Even with ammunition, all the ammunition people are buying up fear because they don't know what's going on. Is this really a pandemic? Or this is something that's planned? The whole world went through this. None of us never seen nothing like this before. Everybody felt this. It felt like life itself was just dangerous. There were nights where the weight of all would just feel unbearable. Nights I wonder if the darkness would ever end.
Man, it was plenty of times I don't think I could do it just like numb myself because I didn't know what to do next. You know, I did try to prepare much food as I can that was I could get my hands on, but went and bought a deep freezer when I could find one because they were selling those out, you know, some deep freezers and everything. Cause everybody was buying up deep freezers. If you didn't have one, stocking up meats and everything because man, people ain't know what was gonna happen. Other places were doing shutdowns already before we started doing shutdowns and curfews. There were other places were doing curfews, so we seen this on the media, we seen this on the TV, so we didn't know what was next. So man, like with survival of the fittest, you know. So like and getting everything and not knowing is it something in the air. At the time we didn't know if it was something in the air. I was thinking like, is it something that we breathe in? You know, is it something that we breathe in? Like, is it our food? We didn't know. We didn't know. And the only thing we could do is just watch and listen whatever they tell us. And it was emotional time for me. I mean, I was already going through stuff in life, personal stuff anyway, and then this. it didn't make it no better, you know. It didn't make it no better. I was stressed, I was depressed, you know. And the only way I could cope with myself was just alcohol. It was a real bad time for me, I could say. I mean, for the world, but I know it was a real dark place for me at the time.
The world led the struggle. It wasn't just me. Everyone was carrying something. Some people lost family members. We lost some. Some lost jobs. Some lost their sense of purpose. I seen old people just sitting alone at times, just lost. Some unable to see their own children. I saw children graduating over Zoom, drive-by birthday parties, celebrate milestones in silence, sports without fans, churches with empty pews, businesses shut down overnight. COVID didn't care who you were, what you had, or where you came from. It stripped life down to survival. And for a while, survival was all we had.
And then when they start shutting everywhere down, it's like, man, what is this? This is the apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? We start thinking about the apocalypse coming. What they doing? Is it coming right now? Is this happening right now? Is this a control thing? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? So, and I'm a big apocalypse fan, like zombie movies and everything. And I mean, that would have seemed like, man, I mean, you had empty places, ghost town, curfews, can't, you know, it was like, it was a wild time, and I really thought it was about to go down, you know. So I started, just like a lot of other people I know, like, just started, you know, saying, gathering any type of defenses, you know, saying that we could, you know, because we didn't know it. Now it's survival mode, but it was scary at the same time, real scary. It was chaotic, you know. People was fighting, people was committing a lot of crimes. I mean, and you can't blame them, you know. You can't blame them, like, because it was like, man, people ain't know what was going on, man. You know what I'm saying? It was riots too, you know what I'm saying? Like when the time was, and when And it was crazy. At one time they said it's 100% lockdown. Then all of a sudden, Trump all of a sudden just made it okay to riot at the same time when we was having this other protests against police and young black Americans. Like a lot of black young men get killed at the time by police and stuff, but they made it okay to protest. That was wild to me. Like, why? How is it okay to protest now when you just said before everybody stay inside? Do not come outside. But now we protesting with hundreds of thousands of people all together, but keep 6 feet of distance. Like that was crazy to me. And I don't blame them. Like, if I didn't have my responsibilities that I had at the time to watch and protect over my kids, I probably, who knows what I would have been doing if I was, alone to the point where who knows what I'll be doing in that time. I damn sure won't be sticking inside the house like that.
Personal darkness, rock bottom. There was a point I felt myself slipping further into that darkness. I stopped picking up my camera. I stopped writing. I stopped making music. I stopped dreaming. I didn't recognize myself. I felt hopeless. Being a parent, not knowing like if you were gonna be able to protect your kids from something that you didn't know what it was. Some days I didn't want to talk to anyone. Silence. Didn't want to turn on TV, see the bad news. Didn't want to scroll on your cell phones, just seeing the same bad news. Numbers piling up. I realized I've been running for myself for a long time. COVID didn't just stop the world. It forced me to stop too. And when I did, all the shadows I avoided caught up with me.
I know I said before, like, man, life wasn't that great for me at that time. And COVID didn't make it no better. And the fear, that's something I definitely don't want to experience again, and definitely not. Then the crazy thing is, they kept promoting. At first, they didn't have a solution for the problem. At first, they're saying there's no solution. We didn't know how to treat this, and it's spreading over the world. Then all of a sudden, now we have vaccines that we have. Now we promoting vaccines that we trying to give to you for free. Vaccine shots that we're giving for free. Different vaccine shots that we're gonna give you. Ain't nothing in this world that we really get for free, so we can't get any other thing that could help us medically for free. But they're giving this for free. A lot of people got shot. Some people was against the shot. Some people stood their ground. Some people said they wasn't gonna get the shot, but they end up turning around and getting the shot for the reasons that they got the shots, in which I understand, being around elderly people and children and stuff. But it was a real hard time because some people got shot and they really didn't want the shot, but they was fearing to the point that if they didn't get the shot, what if they'll pass on the virus to someone that they love? So, yeah.
The shift sparks a light. But even in the darkest of times, there were sparks. Just a phone call from a friend or a family member calling, checking in, laughing. FaceTime calls. Yeah. A song that may bring back good memories. Anything that could bring back something good. It brought you a sense of hope. It did allow some people that had the chance to come together more closer, but people still was afraid. The world was broken, but people still found ways to show love, to help, to keep going. And slowly, I realized I had to keep going too. So eventually, I did something. Eventually. I mean, of course, all I ever did in my life was create, from music to movies to whatever I created. But during that time when COVID hit, I mean, we couldn't be around people like that. We couldn't interact with each other in a physical form like that. Couldn't really do functions. Then it took the drive out of you. Didn't even want to do it, but then you want to continue doing, but you thinking about what's next. What the hell is going on? So I had to cut down some production, some movies and stuff and stop it, but a lot of,
know, saying the crew and stuff, we wanted to film, we wanted to finish what we're doing, wanted to do something, because I mean, that's stuff that we love to do, but we couldn't until when it started slacking up some. Then and I said, like, shoot, man, let's go out there for the people that was willing, and that was willing to risk their life and risk our lives to start back working again. And we, took all precautions as possible. And and I got hand sanitizers, got thermometers, and all kind of like laser thermometers and stuff. Try to do anything precautions, try to make people to be a little bit more cautious while we pursue to filming. But then we went ahead and started filming later towards the end of 2020. And so we got back on the set and started filming scenes, but still being cautious of everything. So, I mean, it took a lot to do that. I didn't even know if we would be able to start back being around each other and filming and doing what we love to do. But it felt good that we were brave enough to go ahead and figure out how to do it.
Reflections, lessons. COVID changed me. It forced me to face my fears, my silence, my own shadow. It taught me that time is fragile. Tomorrow isn't promised. That life can shift in an instant. But it also taught me that something else. Even when everything stops, the human spirit doesn't. We keep fighting. We keep creating. We keep hoping. And I realized that maybe my story, my silence, my struggle wasn't pointless. Maybe somebody needed to hear it. Closing, moving forward. It's just a part of my story. My silence, my darkness, my survival. COVID broke me, along with others. But it also rebuilt me. And now I'm still here, still standing, still creating. This is not just about the pandemic. This is about life and what we choose to do with it. The time that we have alive. But also had me thinking and wondering, what's next?
And once it was all over with and settled down, it felt good, and a lot of stuff that we took for granted, we realized how much it means to be near each other and talk to each other in life. And it felt good to get back to normal a little bit. But then they had different variations of this virus, different viruses. So it's like, what we doing? What's going on? That's our film still going in. We still got these projects coming. We're still gonna be rolling, and we got big things coming. A lot of movies, a couple projects already done. Appreciate all support and love for that. Like I said, now we got the projects that in post-production that we doing final edits and stuff, and sound and color and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. Comma 3 on the way. Successful. 90% done. Almost done in post. That's on the way. Damn, we got a lot of things that we got going on, man. So all I say, man, we get through this here, shit, man, we ain't got no time to wait. We just got to keep pushing forward, get it, crunch time, because I say, time ain't on our side. We ain't got time to play. That's our landlord.